Hey Chris, what's up, man? Yeah, I got lazy. No excuse. I just got lazy, man. That's it. Sorry about that. I guess what I should have done was said something, posted a video or something, but I didn't. So sorry. Hi, Evelyn. I'm good. How are you? So I tried to watch some of the Super Bowl last night. I'm not really uh, into football, but all I could get was bits and pieces. I don't have TV, so yeah, you're right, Evan. I just needed a break. That's it. Haha. Yeah, I wish. Good to hear, Evelyn. So all I could get was bits and pieces of it on YouTube. So and then they kept uh, stopping the streams and all that because of copyright. So I missed the whole thing, but I found out what the score was later. I assumed it was a pretty good game. Ten-year-old granddaughter next door was was saying the Pats were going to win. Well, she was right. So, weather has just been pretty nasty. Had 2 days of fairly warm stuff, and then uh, it's just been raining for like 3 days straight, day and night. Yeah. A little depressing. Yeah, who did the halftime this year, Chris? Too much rap. Yeah, okay, I got it. Hey, Gavin. That sounds like me in NASCAR, Gavin. I stay awake for the first 5 laps, and then I have somebody wake me up for the last 5. Everything else is just follow the leader. Now, I went out there for a couple of days, Chris, and nothing's changed. I still make a huge mess. I need to, when it starts to warm up a little bit, I'll get out there with more persistent. I did make a few cups that turned out to be looking like bowls, and all the bottoms cracked on them, and all the things that can go wrong went wrong with them. So it is kind of fun, Chris. I enjoy it. It's a little relaxing. It'll be better, once I figure out how to do it. Maroon 5. Yeah. They. What kind of a band are they, Gavin? Maybe I'll get into it next year. I don't know. Oh, how'd that even sound right? Drinking wine out of a clay glass? No, yeah. It's more like grog. You can drink your grog out of it. I'm not even sure I'd put beer in it. But anyway, the ones that I did do, they look terrible. They're all lopsided and uneven, and well, thing with that clay though is I can put it in a bucket of water and leave it sit in there for a few weeks, and then have some new clay. Might want to put some Mogan David in it, or MD50. Yeah, that's for some, yeah, Gavin. Yeah, you, you do look, or you sound like a Leonard Skinner fan. Yeah, I bet, Evelyn. She's fine. She's back there sleeping. I gave her a treat a little while ago and it put her to sleep, so she'll be out here before the night's over, I'm sure. She hears me talking and she comes out to see who I'm talking to all the time. So they got that 70s show up on Netflix. All 8 seasons, so I've kind of been binge watching that. It's as funny now as they were back then. Hey kitty, you want to come out? Kitty. Lily. No. She's not even going to open her eyes and look over here. No, that's what you need, is stray cats hanging around. You know what happens when you feed them, right? Yeah, I don't remember that, but there was another one too that came out of the northern Midwest with Schlitz, and then there was something else. Stroh's. They tried to get Stroh's into Arizona for a while, and then they just gave up. Nobody would drink it. And they tried to get Ham's Blue Ribbon in. That didn't work. I like those commercials with the bear. I see on YouTube where you can watch all of the Super Bowl commercials all at once. Yeah, that's it, Ham's. Did you get some of that, Steve? They always had good Budweiser commercials on the Super Bowl. You remember the Budweiser frogs and all them. Budweiser. Yeah, I got it. I got it, Chin. I don't remember that, Chris. Sorry. No, don't shoot the coyotes. Might offend somebody. Now I'm being smart aleck now. Y'all remember Colt 45? That was a good beer. Oh, I missed that one. But I can picture it. Teaching them how to steal stuff right off the bat, huh? I shouldn't have said that. Oh well. I don't know if they have it here or not. I didn't need to. You didn't need to delete that, Evelyn. I got it. What? I don't know. Bottom of YouTube, Chin? I don't know. Yeah, see, I told you, she hears me talking. Here she comes. You want to get up here and say hi to everybody? No. Okay. I have to catch her when she's got her back to me. Hey, now she's eating now. She'll be up here in a minute. I don't know, Tim. I don't have any idea. Mine's on the right. Yeah, there you go, Chin. That was my favorite beer. Hey, Richard. Okay. I think I missed something, Richard. Sorry. Sketties. Sketties with garlic bread. Pork roast tomorrow night. I got a story for you guys. You may remember where I was talking about she had a lump in her breast, and she went to get her mammogram, and they found it, and then she scheduled with the surgeon, and then she went into surgery. They took it out, and all was just fine. And then she went back here just a week ago, and for the follow-up mammogram and all that, and it's the same thing that was still there. They didn't take it out. Now she's got to go through that again tomorrow. She's mad. She's madder than a wet hen, I'm telling you. She's madder now than she is when her broom runs out of gas. I didn't get it, Richard. Live simply, be happy, and compress that point. Okay. That would be kind of a nomad thing, I think. Isn't that right? Smallest things provide enchantment. You know, I get that. I get that. If you've been out there in the mountains, you know, the place where I go, we sit out there for 3 or 4 days. And if you don't see anybody, then all kinds of little things pop up that you hadn't noticed. If you just pay attention, you know. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do, Jen. Yeah, thanks, Chris. I'll tell her. I'll let her know. She's really upset because she's going in at 7, which means no coffee when she gets up. So I'm going to kind of stay away. Yeah, got that right. Broom gas. Of course, that depends on where you are, though, Steve. Still 257 here. I stopped and bought some gas for the truck a couple of days ago. And went inside to pay it at Circle K. I said, you know, just about everywhere else in the U.S. it's below $2. And she just looked at me like, yeah, so? Yeah, what are you going to do? No, her husband's going to take her. They got a new car, they won't let me drive it, or he won't let me drive it. I remember buying fuel in Texas. It was always cheaper, and cigarettes. And try to make it stretch out till I got to Dallas or someplace so I could get cigarettes. They were always much cheaper. Oh, okay. Yeah, a roof, a cat, and a cold beer. Boy, you can't get better than that. But, you know, Richard, I did a video here last summer, I guess, towards the end, where I finally got up close to it. Well, the deer actually came really, really close into the camp, so I got a pretty good video of him. And I'd sat there for, I think it was like 4 days until they, you know, they get brave enough, and then they start getting curious and they come check you out, you know. But that's the thing, you know, if you just sit quiet and you know, don't make any, you know, big moves and don't make a lot of noise and all that, they'll come around. They'll start looking to see what's going on. Now, there's no Burger Kings here, Chris, unfortunately. They don't even have a Kentucky Fried Chicken. They just opened up a Denny's, but it's clean across town. And the joke is you have to, you know, pack your lunch to go to Denny's. Maybe a sleeping bag if you wait till dinner. Yeah, the doctor, the radiologist, I guess, is the guy that was looking at the mammogram, and he come out with the nurse. He said he was just as surprised as you know she was. He couldn't believe that they did that, and then didn't take it out. So oh my goodness, $15.75 a pack. That sounds like Canada. In Chicago, I think. At least that's where he was last. Still dodging lots of bullets over there in Chicago. I think that's pretty cool, Gavin. I really do. I think that's all right. I remember going to the waterfront produce area there. Damn, now I forgot your name again. Jesus. Sorry. Christopher. I remember now. Call you Christopher. Going to the waterfront produce there. It was an interesting place. Yeah. Wyoming, when I was young, when my grandma died, we'd gone to the funeral, and Wyoming's, it's always windy there. So we were standing out in the funeral, and it was 38 below. But that's, that was nothing new. I mean, it didn't make the news. Oh, that was bad, Jen. I blew a stair tire in Chicago on one of the expressways. Cleared the freeway in no time flat. And there was sparks flying everywhere. Hiya, Larry. Man, that's a big rat. He reminded me of that movie Ratatouille. That's a good movie. I like that one. So I wanted to tell you guys, on my channel page, on the main page, if you look there, it says communities on it, or community on one of the tabs. Click on that, because I'll be posting stuff in there, maybe some pictures and some comments and stuff when I'm not making a bunch of videos. You can check that, or you could click on the bell there, where you subscribed and click on the bell and you get notified if I put something up there. Just a little public service announcement there. I put Gavin's redneck toy hauler up there on there. That was fun. I don't know. I've been threatening to, Gavin. I don't want to go out in the rain, though. I mean, you know, not only being introverted, I don't like to get wet either. uh, Probably not Hooters, Chin. I wouldn't, you know, I'd be thrown out of there in no time flat, I'm telling you. Put a little screened-in porch on the back, Kevin. Call it your patio out in the back. Now I've had ghosts. There's a little ghost there, Christopher. So I have a confession to make. You guys were accusing me of hearing me go into the bathroom and all that kind of stuff, and I kept arguing with me. You couldn't hear that. So I put my hearing aids in, and I didn't realize how much noise it makes. So now I'm all embarrassed. So I'll make sure I turn the mic off. That'd be fun, I think, Gavin. Put a little screened-in patio back there. But now you got to put something over the top. I guess you could put screen on the top, but then, you know, that won't keep the rain out. Yeah, I'm embarrassed, Evelyn. Yeah. So I haven't had my hearing aids in for a long time, so, you know, everything is extremely loud now. Yeah, all right, guys. That's enough. Yeah. I'll bet, Christopher. Yeah, that's right, Evelyn. That's right. I fooled you all this time, though. Before I started. So before I started the live stream. Yeah, thanks, Richard. I always wanted to, die face down, so I could tell the world to, Well, I gotta go make a ciggy. Be right back. Yeah, I know, Chris. So I was going to boil some water for to make some soup or something. And I set it up on the counter, and it wasn't hot or anything. I hadn't put it on the stove yet, but it was full. And when I stood up, I knocked it off. Now the floor is all wet. I had to put newspaper down. I got the wet dry vac out, got up what I could, but it's still pretty custom. Still pretty wet there, so I'm walking on paper. Yeah, you got that right, Christopher. No, I don't. I don't wear any jewelry. Sounds like a loaded question, though. I'll bite. Why did you ask that, Jen? What was funny was watching Lily walk around through it. I'd never seen her dance like that before. It was pretty funny. No, they haven't made it here yet, but when I was in Ohio, they had them there. Gavin. The only thing I didn't like was their shopping cart setup. Oh yeah, yeah, Chen. Good idea. You need to make some pictures and put them up somewhere. Send them over to my uh, my community page. I think you can upload a page there or a picture. If you can't, I'll email it to me and I'll put it up there. Yeah, she was. She was stepping pretty good there, shaking around, shaking her back feet around. That's pretty funny. I can tell you she didn't appreciate it, that's for sure. Now I'm not ignoring anybody. Sometimes I miss stuff. I have a brain thing, you know. I guess they're going to get a little dog next door. They're putting up a fence in the front yard. I don't know what the breed name is, but it looks sort of like a poodle. A Shih Tzu or something like that. Good night, Christopher. Good to see you, too. Be safe there. Try to stay warm. Yeah, the Aldi stores I remember were always cheaper than everybody else. And the brands were okay, you know? Do you get notified, Chen, if I make a video or something? Do you get notified? Yeah, see, there's still $1.25 here for a dozen of the cheap ones. Yeah, I hate them squeaky ones. Shih Tzu, that's what they're called. Shih Tzu. I watched a guy with a little Dremel tool with a diamond bit on it, and he'd get rocks, you know, and carve designs in them and stuff. That was it was interesting. That's cool, Larry. Gonna get you a big old camper now? Put some springs on it. Now wait, you have a trailer, don't you? No, you have a camper on there. I remember now. Just bought it. Boy, I sure need a new one. I need a new camper and truck. Yeah, I was thinking about you, Chris. I was going to do something. Wanted to try a prime rib roast if I can find one here. It's something that, you know, they don't stock very much. I might. Yeah, there's really, you know, do you remember the old grocery stores where they actually had a butcher shop in the back in the meat department? You know, you could get just about any cut of meat you wanted. Yeah, I did, Chen. I don't care. I never used it anyway. Google's going away. Yeah, Google Plus. I know they changed their Google Hangout to commercial now. Oh, yuck. Runny rice pudding. Yucky. Nah, I'm just kidding you, Evelyn. Tried to make Jello once. It never did set up either. Yeah, it was, Chris. You have to get what you can. You have to pick what you can get nowadays. Well, they don't have that here either. In this town, they've got Walmart and a Fry's, and that's it. Larry, you don't have to worry about millennials stealing that one. They won't know how to put it in first gear. He's humming with a Cummins. Yeah. Yeah, couldn't cook either. I stayed skinny a lot back then. I remember when I was driving, I had a 460 Detroit. But they sure were powerful until you got used to them. I'm not sure how it is in the rest of the country, but I know diesel's a lot more expensive here than just regular gasoline. Wow, that's good, Larry. My old Ford will get about 12 miles per gallon on flat, level road. But between here and the mountain, it gets about 4.5. Yeah. I don't remember that one. Well, it's Larry. I just got that 5.0, so and it's a 2-barrel, so it works pretty hard getting out of here. Seems like everywhere I go, I got to go uphill for 30 minutes first. What's irritating with me, Chris, is it gets about, well, we'll say an average of, say, 10 going uphill and 10 going downhill. For some reason, it uses almost as much gas coming down out of the mountains as it does going up. I haven't figured that one out yet. People keep saying put a 4-barrel on it with progressive linkage. It should get better fuel mileage, be more fuel efficient anyway. I don't know about that. And it's, you know, it's a half-ton, heavy half, but you know, it's still pretty heavy. I think it's over that. I'm going to run about between 50 and 55 pounds of air in the airbags in the back, in each one, you know, to get it up level. Yeah, even this old motorhome that I'm living in right now got 7 at 460. Dodge 460 Mopar. I said 460. I meant 440. It was a 78 model, 440-4. So, you know, they had lowered the horsepower on it, lowered the compression by that time. Still had pretty good low-end torque, though. I like that. What are you talking about, Chris? What is that? I don't know what that is. Yeah, what causes that, Gavin? I don't understand that. It uses a half a tank going up and then a half a tank coming back, and I can't figure that out at all. It's all downhill. 95% of coming back is downhill, and it still uses a half a tank. What, P cost? Pi cost? P cost? Is that what it costs to P? Well, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Not sure, Chris. I can't really say. Maybe 6 point something, 6.0 or something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. That's how much the pie cost, Evelyn. Pie cost. For all I know. Oh, you want to come up here and say hi now? Come on. Come on, baby. Oh, let's get up here and say hello to everybody. Yeah. Tell them hi. Tell them hi. Oh, you got your claw stuck, huh? Okay. There. Aw. There you go. Tell them hi. Say hi, everybody. Say, I'm being a brat cat. Being a brat cat? Yeah. Oh, I got a hug. Yeah. Okay, down you go. Oh! Why do you do that? Okay, I gotta give her a treat now. Yeah. Jeez. Okay. There you go. Here. All right. There you go. Now eat your treat and go back to bed. Is that some kind of a southern language you guys are talking about? A sway sprayer? A pea cost? Yeah. You got somebody on your side, Lily. Don't give her any more ideas, Kevin. Jeez. Yeah, it's all gone. You ate them all. Oh, nope, one more crumb. Got to get that last crumb, huh? Yeah. Okay. Good night, Larry. Good to see you. Something like that. Chin, I guess. I don't know. You shouldn't have any trouble, Chin, finding rocks there in Vegas. They're all over the place. They were talking about how everything's all nice and green and everything was soft and green and moist and up in the mountains, from all the rain and all that. So it'll be a nice springtime, but boy, it's going to be bad in late summer. I'll bet if we don't, if it doesn't keep raining and keep it wet up there. Hopefully they won't have any fire restrictions right at first like they did last year. I think it was almost June before they finally let us have a campfire. Not anymore, Chris. I don't know what the deal is with that. I've contacted him, he responded once, said he had to go back to to a different doctor because he wasn't getting something done, and he said he would send me an email. That's been 2-3 weeks, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. He told me to tell everybody hi anyway. Thought that's what you were going to do, was carve some rocks to make jewelry. Apparently I don't know what I'm talking about. Ah, I was close then, Kevin. I think you lost a few though, haven't you, Chin? Had to get that one in, guys. Sorry. Jen, I thought you were going to get some rocks and carve them and make jewelry and stuff. Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember now. That's what I was saying. I watched a guy on YouTube a while back. He had got him a little, uh, uh, oh, geez. Adrenaline, right. A Dremel tool with a diamond tip drill on it. And then that's what he does. He gets rocks, and carves them up, makes shapes and designs and stuff. Probably not, Chris. Don't you get tired of that? Hearing the same thing? I see your van get together went pretty good though, Chris. Yeah, you made like Indian artifacts and things, It was pretty cool. And then one of the guys, he's not here tonight, but he comes in, he does that. He gets rocks, and then shapes them and makes stuff out of them, small things, and then his wife makes necklaces and things out of it. Says he sells them on eBay. I can't think of who it was now. Well, it wasn't too bad, Chris, for the first time. Just think you might be the RTR of Florida. That's what you need. Get out all of your music instruments and stuff and play songs and, get the neighbors all irritated at you, run you off. Oh, gee, that's not good, Chris. I hope it's okay. It's all true. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, speak of the devil, there he is, Van. I was just talking about you, Van. I saw that picture you had on Facebook there for a while with Bobby Goldsboro. Honey, that was a really good song. I used to tease my wife about it all the time, my ex-wife. Not this one, the one before. Hey, you know who? We haven't seen Jimmy for a while. He comes in late all the time, though. Probably eating his enchiladas or his pizza. Oh, I know. I was getting ready to trim it way back the other day. Is that right, Chris? That's pretty cool. And how's that for slang? You in Florida? Yeah, Beach Boys did that one, didn't they? Key Largo, Montego, and all that. If you guys get a chance, go search Beach Boys on the on YouTube. There's a song that they did. I Hear Music. They did a good job, but they have a woman singing. Her name is Kathy something, and her voice when she sings that song, it just gives me chills, man. I can't believe it. Never heard of Bertie Higgins. Chen, do you know that? Have you ever heard of him? Bertie Higgins? I think Chen got boosted. No, there he is. Kokomo, yeah. But that woman's voice just, oh man, I couldn't believe it. It was Kathy something. You know, it was a later video. They're all old guys now, so that boy, she sure did a good job with that one. Margaritaville, that's my favorite song. Always has been, always will be. Okay, I'll do that, Ren. Really, I didn't know that. There's that English one, the English singer that did that too. Big round faced guy, almost looks like he's bald. Plays the drums. Yeah, Phil Collins. That's right, Gavin. That was a good description, wasn't it? Big round faced guy, looks like he's bald. English. Whoa. Y'all see that? Camera went blurry all of a sudden. I hope that was a camera and not me. Not cool, Ren. Where you going? Yeah, Gavin, you asked a while ago if I was going to go camping anytime soon. You know, I'm not sure I'm going to go, that's for sure. I'm hoping I get out of here about April. And we'll see. Yeah, he did. I liked him. Had a unique sound. Going out in the desert. Right now, everything's pretty muddy. We had a river going down the road here this morning. Go wash my hands again. Right back. hope I remember that wet paper. I'll change the paper tonight on the wet floor, but I hope I remember it in the morning. Crawling out of bed in bare feet, that'll be a wake-up call. Well, you know, last year, I know, I guess it was the year before. I don't remember now. I've slept since then, but, you know, the lake was only 27 miles away. And so, you know, when things got really bad, I really got cabin fever bad, I'd go up there for, you know, a day or two or a few days or something. But now it's $12 a night. Oh, I can't afford that. Jeez. No water, you know, no facilities. All there is a steel shed-like thing with no walls, whatever they call them. Verandas. And a steel fireplace. That's it. And that's, you know, the ones with the bathrooms and the water and all that are what was it, $19 a night. What happened to Chris? No, I don't. I was going to get one last year when Alan and I were going to spend some time up there, but you know it was $80, and I would never use it. Just that one time. You know me, I don't want to go where I have to pay for anything cheap. You know, I try to avoid those kinds of places, public campgrounds and all that. Try to get up in the mountains where there isn't anybody. Hey, Marcia. Good to see you. There's just not a lot of places, you know, south of here to go. A lot of private land down through there, and then there's mines all over the place, so you can't park anywhere near them. Yeah, it sounds like I'm whining about it all, but you know, wintertime's kind of my hibernation time, you know. Shouldn't go outside in the rain with your socks on, Chris. What's on Marcia's mind tonight? They accept the America the Beautiful out there. Uh, so instead of 12, I think it was $8, $8 a night. But you know, like I said, once or twice, maybe in the wintertime, I'll go there, or at least I used to. All of the public campgrounds are closed up in the mountains right now. Everything's closed. There's no water. Even they've shut the wells down and everything up there. There's one up there near the Woods Canyon Lake that charges $20 a night. But they're always booked up. If you consider yourself really, really lucky if you just happen to find a spot that they'll let you park in. And if they do, it's maybe 1 or 2 nights because everything's all reserved up there. That's the problem. Everybody in Phoenix heads for the mountains when it's 115 degrees outside, so things get filled up pretty quick up there. Yeah, blank mind is a beautiful thing, Marcia. No, I can't. They won't let me. There's one place. It's out at the soccer field that I go out to. During the week, it's okay, but everything else they get all upset because of the mines around. So they think you're filming their operations. I had talked to a cop when I first got it, and they said that I could fly it out there or out, in the desert somewhere. I could fly out there, but if she sees it out there by her house, she's going to shoot it down. Pfft, thanks, idiot. Yeah, I know what you mean, Ren. It's been raining for 3 days straight here, day and night. I had a river going down the road this morning. I take the drone up to the mountains, and on a nice calm day I'll fly up there, but the satellite is pretty spotty up there, and then there's the trees around, so just be careful. You guys probably seen a couple of videos that I've done up there. There's one shot that I'd like to get between here and Phoenix, though. When it rains hard, there's a waterfall. Just kind of runs off the top of a mountain there. I'd like to get up high enough to see what it looks like. I'm sure it's a wash. It's dry when it's not raining, so I'd like to see that from the top. She's fine, Marcia. She was just here a little while ago. Kind of sat in my lap for about 30 seconds and then clawed my leg and got down. So I don't know why she thinks she has to put her back claws out when she gets down. And so I gave her a treat. Now she's back there sleeping it off. That's right. That's right, because the FAA thinks they consider it an aircraft. Chris, if you get caught shooting at one, you're in big trouble. You know, you're supposed to call FAA and have them do something about it, or the local police or something, but you can't take the law into your own hands and start shooting them down. Boy, you get in big trouble for that. Yeah, that's it, Marcia. Then I get the dirty look, of course. Yeah, because I said something, you know. We got a few feral cats around here. They'll get into it every now and then. You can hear them out there fighting. And then in a few weeks we'll have a bunch of babies meowing and hollering. It might be fun though to get it out, get the drone out. I might just do that. That's crossed my mind three times the last couple of weeks, so get them batteries charged up. You know, when they sit around like that, sometimes they won't take a charge, so we'll have to check them out first. Yeah. I remember one year, Gavin, the doves, no, the pigeons got so bad that the cops were out shooting them with birdshot. That was back in late 50s. That was, you know, gunshots going off all over the neighborhood all the time. Perfect, Marcia. I've had absolutely no pain, no problems whatsoever. You know, just you remember, you know, they were going to want to do knee surgery on it, and I had arthritis and all that stuff they were talking about. And my primary care doctor told me to start taking your water pills on a daily basis instead of just whenever you need them. It took about 2.5 weeks or so, and all the swelling went down and the pain went away. So, you know. Oh yeah, Rand. The first thing I did was, as soon as I got it, I hadn't had it but a couple of hours, and could put it together, you know, and tested it out in the motorhome here to make sure everything was okay. Took it outside and crashed it. First thing. I hit a tree with it, of all things. So I figured, boy, I better not do that anymore. If I did or I don't, we don't talk about them, Chris. You know that. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so too, Marcia. I couldn't believe it. Them old-timey doctors, you know, they know what they're talking about. All these new ones, they're just looking to get, you know, suck as much Medicare money as they can. You crashed it already too? I think that's a given. Everybody's going to crash it at least once when you first get them. Well, you know, they always advertise 25 minutes, but, you know, 15 or 20, depending on, you know, what you do with it per battery. At least that's what I get with mine. Airport 2019. Stop calling me Shirley. It's not too bad, Tin. You know, once you get used to it, figure out what it's going to do. You know, it's not that hard. Just, you know, pay attention. Up, down, back and forth, left and right. That's it. And you all might remember a video I did last summer where Bruce, Wanna Be Free, was out there trying to teach me how to bank. And they got around behind the tree and I couldn't see it. Boy, next thing I knew, here comes Bruce running out behind the tree. He says, "Are you trying to hit me with that? You trying to chase me with that thing?" Surely you don't mean that, Marcia. What? What's up with that, Jen? Yeah, funny, Marcia. Chin's getting bored, I think. Or maybe that isn't Chin. So how's it going at the plant, Gavin? Yeah, he was quite a character, Chin. That'd be Chris. I already told him he'd quit going outside in his socks. He wouldn't get them all wet like that in the rain. Jeez. It's getting confusing now, isn't it? BMW, that is. Yeah, that's good to hear, Ann. I played a little bit of guitar. Not too much. back in the day, you know. You need to get out of that. Get out there in the hills and in the forest there, Gavin. Good deal. Good to hear that. You gonna make it to Arizona? I think you're gonna tell me, Jen. Everybody's waiting for the other shoe to fall. Yeah, thanks for the warning, Gavin. Maybe I shouldn't be posting so many pictures of my truck. What do you think? Yeah, Chen's a singer too. A darn good one. I know for a fact. Nah, I wouldn't do that to you, Gavin. Okay, that's a good one. I like that one. Everybody can sing, Ran. Everybody can. Some people are better than others, is all. I'm not good. Now, get along with me, Gavin. All you have to do is get the fire going in the morning. That's it. Oh, yeah, and coffee. I'll even come and get it. You wouldn't even have to serve me. And what you going to do then, Marcia? You going to head for the hills? Now, Gavin, I have a way to, you know, when things don't get, you know, are getting a little close, I would just put out the skunk pellets, you know. Oh, but then on second thought, you're probably used to that, living out there where you do, so. Yeah, Alan quit on me. I think making him the security guard was a little bit too much, I think. Well, don't be surprised if there's something out here besides sand and cactus, Marcia. There's a channel on that right now that they think all Arizona is sand and cactus and weirdos. Yeah, that's it, polecats. It's a long story, but a place that I used to live was out in the desert. It was a resort. Castle Hot Springs was the name of it. And we were just kind of like the four of us was out there. We were kind of like the caretakers, and the skunks started coming in, and somebody fed one, left some stuff out for it to eat. Well, you know what happens. You know, he goes and tells all his brothers and sisters and cousins and all that. And he's the same guy, and yeah, he was from Louisiana too, and he should know better than that. He said if you throw a rock at him and hit him in the head, they won't stink. Wrong. Jeez. It wasn't me that threw the rock. I knew better. I've never been there, Chin. I was going to go one year, and then I decided not to. A friend of mine stayed about 3 days. He said he'd never go back there again. It doesn't appeal to me at all. Bad enough to have people around me, but weird people is something else. I was watching this guy who was talking about, those of you who know I'm talking about probably watched it. He was talking about you should only stay about a week in any given campsite because people start noticing you there, and then they start wondering who you are and what you're doing there, and next thing you know, you got people knocking on your door saying, I hadn't seen any movement around, and I was just checking to see if you's okay. And I had that happen a couple of times, but I always turn sideways so they can see it real good. Say, nope, no trouble here yet. Yeah, Chin, I think most people, they watch those videos, depending on which ones you watch, and they're all pretty surprised once they get there. It just wouldn't appeal to me at all. Even if I wasn't so inverted, that kind of stuff just doesn't appeal to me much. Yeah, that too, Kevin. Lots of stuff going on out there. When living free, Mikey goes out there. He has a pretty good time, but He's more streetwise, I think, and you know, he just he doesn't stay very long, but you know, he doesn't mind going there. Of course, I wouldn't go out there now if I was him, you know, with his girlfriend. So. Yeah, good luck, Chin. Hope you do sell a bunch of it. That'd be a good thing. We're going to have to sleep on top of the cab when I take you out to the RTR. Get Randy. Show you how to get set up on eBay. Of course, he might steer you wrong too. Might be competition. No, I'm only kidding, guys. Yeah, that's right, Gavin. I believe that because they don't like cameras. That's for sure. At least that's what I heard. I'm not an authority on it, but that's, you know, that's what they say. Don't bring your camera with you out there and start shooting a bunch of videos of people. Hey, Jimmy, I was just talking about you a few minutes ago. You get your pizza down you? I was saying it was either pizza or enchiladas that had you tied up. Be right back again. Yeah, even with a wet dry back, it's still all gushy on the carpet there. Probably going to be a couple of days before it dry out. Yeah, yeah, Chin. There's places you can go. I mean, it's not all bad, from what I hear. I mean, you know, if you're just out there to see Salvation Mountain and you know the touristy places, you know, that's not so bad probably. But you get yourself in a lot of trouble when you go to the. I guess it's Saturday night they have a stage band there. Get yourself in trouble if you go to those. Oh, oh, that's right, Marcia. You weren't here. I was saying earlier I was going to make some soup and I'd boiled a pot of water. Well, I hadn't put it on the stove yet. I set it on the counter and then knocked it off a little while ago and dumped the whole thing on the floor. So it's all wet now. Like, you know, Pretty soon I think I'm going to need Noah's Ark in here. Yeah, that's what my ex was trying to feed me tonight, was leftover meatloaf from 3 days ago. It was pretty crispy, so I didn't want any. So I got sketties instead. Yeah, Jimmy, I'm glad I didn't go this year. Yeah, that's right, Jimmy. You're right on that. Yeah, wake up dead. Yeah, I still wouldn't want to go out there. Chin. Too much riffraff for me. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hear that part, Jimmy. I know it was, it wasn't very comfortable. It wouldn't be for me anyway. A lot of people don't mind the rain, but a little small camper and it's raining outside, end up sitting in the camper for 2 or 3 days. That couldn't be too much fun for me. Yeah, I've seen that, Shin. Put me in that thing and I'd have it all to myself. I'd scare him to death. Yeah, that's not a good thing, Marcia. Wake up dead. I guess there's a couple, 3 people who got stuck in the mud out there. $500 for a tow truck, 7,000-8,000 people out there and nobody could help pull them out, so they ended up calling a tow truck cart. They had to pay $500. You think so, Jen? It used to be an abandoned house that, catty corner to the house. I parked my truck in until the cops came, told me I can't park there anymore. In the meantime, somebody bought it, put a fence around it. Walls. They put walls around it. That's a moral thing. Oops, sorry. Probably shouldn't have said that, huh? Oh well. Guess I'll have to go to the corner. Yeah. Really, Bevan. Still wouldn't go, Jimmy. I almost did go, though, guys. I did. And then I just woke up like 2 days before it was time, and I decided, nope, they're not doing it. Oh, thanks, Jen. I hope that didn't offend you, Jen, that little email I sent you the other day. I thought it was funny as all get out, but, you know. Or Gavin, I sent one to Gavin too, and he didn't respond as well, so I hope I didn't offend Gavin too. What was that for? Okay, I think I see what's going on. We got lots of opinions, and that'd be fine with me. I don't care if it YouTube has such a fit about it, you know. Yeah, right, Jimmy. Your wife would kill them all. Well, it was a parody. That's an old joke about, you know, the designated drunk. I just used uh, different content. Well, yeah, I was, you know, I asked if you were, you know, an elephant or a jackass. Oops. Jeez, I'm going to get myself in trouble here, aren't I? Shut up, John. Jeez. Okay, I'm going to the corner now. Yeah, so that Gavin, they were all concentrating on the one that they could catch, and you know, 29 of them got away. She probably end up pointing it at you too, Jimmy. No problem, Marcia. Not as dumb as I look. Poor Jimmy.
That's okay.
All right, guys, we're up on a 2-hour mark, so that's about all I can take. Too much fun, you know. I'm going to be shutting her down here in just a few minutes, I think. Got to finish my skitties and my garlic bread, so the cat won't sleep with me tonight. All right? So anyway, I hope all y'all have a nice evening and try to stay warm. Okay, I got it. That's all right, Jen. You got to click on the bell, Jimmy. They only notify, if you don't click on that bell, they only notify a certain percentage, and it's like 12% or 15% of your subscribers that you've made a video. So if y'all will click on that bell, then you'll get a notification. And I was saying earlier, Jimmy and Marcia, that if you go to my channel page, the main page, and click on community, you know, I post stuff in there too as well. If I don't make a video, I'll say something or post a picture or something. Kind of, update a little bit. Thank you, Chin. Your $5 check's in the mail. See you, Ren. There you go, Jimmy. Good deal. Good night, Given. Jeez. Good night, Gavin. Have a good one on that right coast. Stay right, man. Stay right. Yeah, Marcia, that, if I just think of something, I'll post, something up there in a text or put a picture up or something. Kind of keep up with what's going on if I don't make videos. Man, like Chen says, if y'all shop at Amazon, make sure and click on that link there below this video, and it's below all my other videos as well. Take you to the landing page there. There's a list of things that you can look at if you're interested. If not, then you can go scroll back up at the top and click in the search box at the top there what you want to look at, and it'll take you to the regular Amazon pages. And I'll get a little small commission if you do decide to order something and purchase something, but it doesn't cost you not one single dime more. So there's that. And of course the PayPal me is up there too. So if you'd rather just do that, that would be greatly appreciated. Okay. Had to get that one in, and thanks for reminding me, Jen. I forget about that stuff. I find it hard to talk like that, so. Anyway, y'all try to stay warm and sleep well. Don't raid the refrigerator at 2 o'clock in the morning. All that kind of stuff. Turn over and go back to sleep. Eat well. Eat lots of eggs and bacon. Things like that. I'm just being silly now. Y'all have a good night. Now I'm not sure about that, Marcia. I know it works with my laptop, and I think it works with iPad. and of course your desktop it'll work. So I'm not sure about Chromebook. Might check into that, or get the app, get the YouTube app. It's free. Oh yeah, night, Marcia. Good night, all.